Hey friends, what's up? Kaz here, and holy kitten storm, this last weekend it has gone off. Somebody found a web address for a blacklist of the Minecraft servers that are coming up. There's 30 or so servers on that list, and they have identified some of them, who they are and what the server networks are. Now, and then also, if you cruise some Spigot forums, links will be in the gibbles. A few of the mid to high level server owners that are on that list have come forward and shared that they have been contacted by some Mojang officials, and it is legit email. And no real communication back and forth. Basically, they're like, hey, you need to change, become Eula compliant, or you'll get on this blacklist. Now, talking about the Eula, this is not actually something new. This has been around since the beginning of Minecraft. Now, Mojang actually has released and stepped back on their Eula for a few things. For example, making YouTube videos is technically breaking the Eula, but they've kind of saw the benefit of that, of promoting their game. So they step back and they're like, okay, well, that's okay, as well as live streaming, that kind of stuff. So they have kind of changed it over the years, but they've only made it less strict, not more strict. I think a lot of people think that recently they just changed everything. They're going to destroy Minecraft, blah, 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 blah. Now, the reason that this came up was because about a year ago, one of the high-end developers of Mojang did make a comment about most servers not being Eula compliant, and that kind of infuriated them. So that spawned 2 news releases by Mojang on their website. I'll put a link in the gibbles to both of those, explaining what is and what is not acceptable in the Eula. Now, it actually, their end goal, in the kind of, I understand where they're coming from, is they want to cut down on pay-to-win servers. Now, unfortunately, free-to-play kind of gameplay is the best way to raise money to support your server. That does kind of tend to translate in pay to win if the owners don't properly balance things, which, you know, a lot of them will not. And Mojang was just kind of the target from a lot of angry parents going, why are my kids spending this amount of money? I already paid for the game, blah, blah, blah. They don't understand what's going on. Now, they kind of did all that, and then they never really laid out how they're going to enforce it. So a lot of owners, myself included at the time, not a server owner anymore, but kind of like went, well, you know, we'll just keep doing what we're doing until we get contacted. We'll be ready to change that stuff when we get noticed, because we're a small server, no one's going to notice. And they never really clarified what it would look like to enforce it. So yeah, people didn't really change. But with the 1.93, they've included a step in there where it will check this blacklist, and if your server's on the blacklist, people will not be able to connect to your server on 1.9.3. So a lot of server owners are either just going, we'll just stay on 1.9.2. Some of them are changing. I know, like, some of the big ones have changed over already last year, like Hypixel being one of the big ones. I think Mineplex did. Now, the end goal, or the underlying idea of the Eula, is you can't give your players any items that they cannot get unless they pay for it, and that items that would modify gameplay. So you can give them hats, you can give them cosmetic things, but you can't give them weapons, tools, that kind of stuff that normal players can't get unless they pay for it. You also cannot sell your in-game economy, so you can't exchange real money for your fake money on your server. And that's pretty much the main 2 things that people are getting dinged for on their server. I would say if you're a small server, I wouldn't really worry about it right now until you get that email, and then be ready to change your stuff over. We'll see what happens. A lot of people, I'm not sure, you know, what's going to happen. It does seem kind of like a jerk move, because the free-to-play model does kind of help for raising money. It allows people to play, but then if they want to kind of support what you're doing and get a little bit extra stuff, they can do that. I think some people call it pay for enhancements, which is kind of an interesting term. But let me know what you guys think. I know I've been getting a lot of comments about it, and a lot of people don't like it. But you know what? The Eula's always been there, and it is Mojang's game. They put in the time, money, and effort, so they get to determine what is and is not used on their game. So this is Kaz reminding you guys all, enjoy the game. God bless.